The teenager accused of carrying out this week's mass shooting at a high school in Georgia made his first appearance in court this morning, and so did his father. The 14-year-old is charged with felony murder in connection with the shooting. He was not asked to formally enter a plea. Police say the suspect used an AR-style firearm to kill 2 students and 2 teachers on Wednesday. 9 other people were injured and taken to the hospital. Barrow County District Attorney Brad Smith says he expects to file additional charges once the other victims have healed physically and mentally. This morning, the judge corrected himself after making a mistake regarding the punishment the accused shooter could face.
I correctly told you the maximum penalty for the crimes for which you are charged. That's correct, except for the fact that you are under 18 years old. So I wanted to inform you and make it clear to you that the penalty for the crimes for which you are charged does not include death. It includes life without the possibility of parole or life with the possibility of parole.
The alleged gunman's father also appeared in court this morning. The 54-year-old was arrested yesterday in connection to the shooting. Sources tell CBS News Colin Gray bought the gun for his son as a gift last December. The father is facing charges of involuntary manslaughter, second-degree murder, and cruelty to children. The judge told him he could spend up to 180 years in prison if convicted on all counts. CBS News has also obtained transcripts from an interview between the suspect, his father, and investigators in May of last year, so before that gun was purchased. The alleged gunman was investigated over posts he allegedly made on social media, threatening to carry out a shooting at his school. During the local police's line of questioning, the suspect was limited in his response. His father repeatedly told officers the two were serious about gun safety and the allegations against his son. Anna Schecter is here with me now in Studio 57. She's the senior coordinating producer for CBS News' Crime and Safety Public Unit. Anna, good to have you here with us on this case. So let's talk first about the arraignment. Did anything notable happen, and what happens next?
Well, we didn't hear from Colt Gray today. We just saw this young boy, 14 years old, walking in with that shock of blonde hair that you saw. He sat there motionless, listening to the judge. After that, we saw his father, the 54-year-old, come in, and he was visibly nervous and under stress. He was shaking back and forth as he was listening to the judge. So we didn't get any information about exactly what's going to come next. But DA Brad Smith did tell reporters outside the courtroom a little bit later that we can expect on October 17th a grand jury to convene. So that gets us into this timeline. We don't have a plea for either of them, so we're also watching for that.
Okay, let's talk about this investigation that happened in May of 2023. I want to go ahead and play some of the sound from the interview between the suspect, his father, and police.
All the school shootings, things that happen.
Yeah,
Hey, are you getting picked on at school? He is. He's getting picked on at school, and is everything okay? That's why I keep going up there.
Yeah.
You know, because you never really know, and I don't want anything to happen to him. So.
I read the transcript in one of the interviews between the officer and the father, and it sounds like the teen was saying that a potential raider on Discord, this social media platform, was posing as the alleged shooter, and that was the one making the threats. What can you tell us about what we know about this May 2023 investigation and how it will factor into both of these cases?
Well, it's a really important factor in this case because it goes to specifically the father and what the father knew. And I think that led to, in part, the charges filed against Colin Gray. The fact that he was alerted that his son had posted a specific threat to carry out a school shooting, had posted a photo of a gun, and he did not properly keep weapons away from his child. In fact, 7 months after that interview, he gave his son a gift of not just a gun, but an assault rifle. And so all of that will play into this pattern. If we look back at the Michigan case, the Crumbly case, where the parents were charged in that school shooting, the prosecutor said they weren't charged because their son was struggling with mental health issues. They were charged because he posted on social media. They were aware of his posts bragging about a gun. And immediately after the shooting, they did not tell the school that they had actually just purchased the gun that was used in the school shooting.
Okay, disturbing allegations all around. Anna Schecter, we know you'll stay on top of it. Thank you.